1,200 of your closest friends across 100 acres. This is home.
Coming up on WCMO NewsCenter 15, are electric buses a smarter option for school districts?
And an Ohio woman is given her sentence after killing her husband.
We'll also find out if we'll get some rain this week. Stay with us. WCMO NewsCenter 15 starts now. Hello and welcome to today's edition of WCMO NewsCenter 15. I'm Zach Wurstel.
And I'm Caitlin Goff. Topping our news today.
Response to Hurricane Helene, local groups and businesses in the Mid-Ohio Valley are rallying to collect food and supplies for affected victims. The storm has left over 150 dead across multiple states, prompting companies like Marietta's R&J Trucking to organize donation drives. Within 24 hours of posting on Facebook, the company received an overwhelming response, requiring additional trailers to transport items. Local schools, including Parkersburg Catholic High School, are also participating in donations, including non-perishable foods, toiletries, and pet supplies, with efforts culminating in a shipment to Tennessee for further distribution.
Since 2022, the EPA has allocated $5 billion in grants to help schools purchase electric buses, benefiting 800 districts nationwide. Shaker Heights, which acquired its first electric bus last year, reports significant savings, spending about $2,739.30 annually on energy, which is 40% less than a diesel bus. While some praise the program for reducing carbon emissions, others, like State Senator Andrew Brenner, express concerns over electric bus efficiency and infrastructure, arguing the high costs could detract from hiring necessary drivers.
While the temps are still high, maybe I'm imagining it, but there's a feeling of fall in the air.
That's right, I've noticed some leaves changing too.
Landon is here with the current conditions. What's going on outside right now?
Well, not all the leaves have changed quite yet, but we're starting to get there, and we're going to have a rather dull day otherwise with partly cloudy conditions. Right now it feels a decent temperature of 57 outside with an expected high of 75. Moderate UV index reads 5, that's a good level, 23 fair air quality, and a low medium level pollen count of 3. The winds will be running around south about 1 mile per hour. Humidity is about 100% outside. That's about the most we can have. The sun rose today about 7:24 in the morning, and it should be setting about 3 after 7 this evening. So after the small bit of rain we had left over from last weekend at the beginning of the week, things are warming up a little bit, and we're going to have a pretty calm and dry rest of the week. But there could be some minor hint of rain cropping up at the tail end of the weekend ahead. We'll give you more details when I return later on for the 5-day forecast. And until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Landon. Victims of Central Ohio's housing crisis are frustrated with the upcoming election. Feeling candidates aren't addressing their concerns, local residents Stringer has been on a 4-year waiting list for federal rental assistance while searching for housing. In a recent debate, Democratic Tim Walz spoke extensively about the housing issue, while Republican J.D. Vance attributed rising prices to, quote, 22 million illegal aliens. Walz countered with examples from Minnesota where increased housing supply reduced rent. He and Kamala Harris are advocating for adding 3 million homes to tackle the housing shortfall.
An Ohio woman who admitted to injecting her husband with poison was sentenced to 40 years in prison. Amanda Hovanek pleaded guilty in February for her involvement in killing of her estranged husband with a drug imported from Africa where the couple had resided for a time due to his job.
Coming up, J.D. Vance refuses to say Donald Trump lost the 2020 election.
And President Biden gives high praise to Olympians during visit.
Stay with us.
At Marietta College, teamwork goes beyond athletics. At Marietta, we promote individuality, creativity, and resilience. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, we are Pile Nation. This is the time, this is the place. We are pioneers. We are Marietta College.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Nike reported a decline in sales and profits for its fiscal first quarter, struggling with weak consumer demand for new sneakers and products. CEO John Donahoe upcoming departure on October 13th, with Elliott Hill returning to lead the company, adds to the uncertainty. Nike has postponed its investor meeting as analysts pointed to a tougher consumer economy and Nike's perceived loss of innovation and market's edge as smaller rivals gain traction. The company posted a net income of $1,500,000, down from $1.45 billion last year, with sales dropping 10% to $11.59 billion, missing analyst expectations.
Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance again refused to say who won the 2020 election during a Michigan campaign stop, focusing ahead on the upcoming 2024 election. He stated his goal is to unseat Kamala Harris and emphasized his belief that the next election will be secure. His running mate Donald Trump has consistently claimed the 2020 election was stolen, leading to legal challenges. In a recent debate, Vance's non-answer drew criticism from Democrat Tim Walz, who pointed out Trump's pressure on former Vice President Mike Pence to overturn the election results.
President Joe Biden called the U.S. the greatest sports nation in the history of the world while welcoming Olympians and Paralympians at the White House. He praised the athletes for inspiring young Americans, saying, quote, "They see you and they've begun to believe in themselves." Biden humorously shared that his staff watched them USA during the national security briefings. Nothing in fairness, I had the TV on in the Oval Office as well. He emphasized the need for more support for all U.S. athletes and expressed disappointment at not attending the Paris Games, joking that he looks forward to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, adding, quote, "I won't be president. They can't stop me from going there then."
Jimmy Carter has recently reached a historical milestone, turning 100 years old on Tuesday. He is the first American president to have lived a full century. Carter has spent the last 19 months in home hospice care in Plains, Georgia, spending time with his family and reflecting. Carter has been praised by Joe Biden and family for being a longtime friend and for unwavering belief in the power of human goodness. Carter has not been seen publicly recently, as it has been nearly a year since we last saw him attend his wife's 2 funeral services in a reclining wheelchair.
Coming up in entertainment news, a Star Wars icon returns. Who could it be?
And Prince Harry returns to the Mountain Kingdom of Lesotho.
And what does Mother Nature have in store for us? Well, we'll have your 5-day forecast coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
There's a place for everyone at Marietta College. Our place is here as esports competitors. This is Marietta College Esports.
Prince Harry is visiting the tiny mountain kingdom of Lesotho, where he co-founded a youth charity in 2006 in honor of his late mother, Princess Diana. The Duke of Sussex began his visit Tuesday by meeting with young people and sharing experiences around an evening campfire. Harry is also due to visit Johannesburg in neighboring South Africa on the 4-day trip to Southern Africa. His first visit to the region in 5 years. His wife, Meghan Markle, and children Archie and Lilibet did not travel with him. Harry co-founded the Sensible charity with Lesotho's Prince CCO to help young people.
As Israeli airstrikes pummel southern Lebanon, most residents have fled their homes in fear, but Hussein Hamza is staying. His mission, to care for the animals left behind. He runs an animal shelter that houses 200 dogs in the village of Kafur. Recently, he has been driving around towns and villages in the south, looking for stray animals and abandoned pets to feed. Israel has dramatically stepped up its airstrikes across many parts of Lebanon, which it says target Hezbollah and its weapons. With his town under constant bombardment, Hamza has refused to abandon the animals in his care.
Barbra Streisand has called him something special. Martin Scorsese called working with him one of his life's highlights. Jimmy Webb hoped for Godspeed. Melissa Etheridge wrote of his beautiful heart. Those celebrities and more have reacted to the death of country superstar and actor Chris Christopherson. Christopherson died at his Hawaii home Saturday surrounded by family. He was 88. Dolly Parton called him a great writer, actor, and friend. Lean Rimes said her friend was an epic human with the biggest heart. Reba McEntire said Christopherson was a gentleman and a kind soul. Sheryl Crow said it's hard to imagine a world without him. It's time now for entertainment news, and we're dying to know which iconic Star Wars character is returning.
Also, who are the two big screen space heroes reuniting for Earthbound action comedy?
Jordan has the details in today's Hollywood Minute.
Here's the big Star Wars news. Mark Hamill returns as different kind of Luke Skywalker in LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. A cosmic accident scrambles the galaxy in the animated adventure. The 4-episode event is out now on Disney+. The Killer's Game was a Guardians of the Galaxy reunion for Dave Bautista and Pom Klementieff. Bautista says he was so happy Klementieff took the job because he knew she was perfect for the role. He also says that he wants to work on other projects with all the Guardian cast members. How fun! I'm all for that. That's all I have from Hollywood for now. I'm Jordan. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. So, we're finally getting some sunny days.
Yes, much needed, but I wonder how long until we see rain again.
Well, Landon is here with the details. Landon, what can we expect from Mother Nature for the rest of this week?
Well, we're not going to be expecting rain anytime soon. You know, most of it that we're dealing with in the country right now, that's the problem of the North and South Dakota to deal with. And as you can see in our regional map, as we zoom in closer to the tri-state area of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, not much activity going on in terms of precipitation, a little bit of cloud coverage here and there, but it's actually kind of warming up a little bit. You wouldn't know it's the autumn season. I guess you could say we're getting a little bit of the lingering September weather. The part where summer's trying to die off, but is still lingering on a little bit. But as we officially start the weekend tomorrow, you'll see what I'm talking about as temperatures start rising a little bit with mostly sunny conditions and an expected high of 80. Continuing on, it's going to taper off a little bit, but still stabilize with sunny conditions and a high of 76 on Saturday. And then we'll get a tiny bit of a return of the rain on Sunday with an expected high of 79 and a 30% chance of possible rain showers. And along with that possibility comes cooler temperatures. So as we begin the next work week on Monday, we'll still have relatively sunny conditions, but with temps drop down to an expected high of 64 and leveling off to a high of 66 with continued sunny conditions on Tuesday. So, yeah, it's going to be a mostly dry rest of the week and a roughly 90% dry weekend, I would say. So enjoy the last lingering bits of warm weather while you can, because it looks like things are going to truly start cooling down in the weeks ahead as we continue on through October. But until next time, that's it for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks so much, Landon. Coming up, the Atlanta Dream make their first coaching change in 3 years.
And Ricky Parcell eyeing return after attempted robbery.
Andrew have more with these stories and more. Stay with us.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
Thanks for staying with us. Joining us now for sports is Andrew.
What's going on with Ricky Parcell? Tell us about it.
The San Francisco 49ers are blustering their defensive line as they await the return of their rookie receiver, Ricky Pearsall, who was shot during a robbery on August 31st. Although defensive tackle Kalia Davis is back at practice after recovering from a knee injury, Pearsall isn't ready just yet due to the physical and emotional effects of his incident. Coach Kyle Shanahan remains optimistic about Pearsall's progress, emphasizing patience as he works to recover. Linebacker Fred Warner expressed excitement for Pearsall's eventual return, while Davis, who missed his entire rookie season, is expected to strengthen their team's defensive weaknesses following the injury of their starter Javon Hargrave. In WNBA news, the Atlanta Dream have fired their head coach Tanisha Wright after 3 seasons, during which she led the team to consecutive playoff appearances but faced early exits both times. Despite her contributions to rebuilding the franchise, the team finished with a 15-25 record and needed a late surge to qualify for the playoffs. Dream Executive VP and GM Dan Padover cited the need for change to elevate the team's performance in the WNBA. Wright's dismissal marks the third coaching change in the league recently, following the firings of Kurt Miller and Teresa Witherspoon. The Dream will begin their new head coach search immediately. After fighting brain cancer for about 2 years, the basketball legend and Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo has passed away. His family announced Monday. Mutombo is not only a legend on the court, but also known for his compassion and touching the lives of millions, from building a hospital in the Congo to working on behalf of the Special Olympics and more. His charisma and traveling helped encourage NBA leaders to visit Africa to encourage change within the NBA. There will be no replacing the finger wag of Mutombo on and off the court, and his impacts will never be forgotten. Andy Ibanez hit a tie-breaking 3-run double in Detroit's 4-run eighth inning as the Tigers swept the Houston Astros with a 5-2 victory in Game 2 of their AL wildcard series. Parker Meadows homered as Detroit ended Houston's run of 7 consecutive appearances in the AL Championship Series. It was a sweet moment for the Tigers' manager, A.J. Hinch, who led the Houston Astros to a championship in 2017 and was later fired in the aftermath of the Astros sign-stealing allegations. Next up for the wildcard Tigers is a trip to Cleveland to take on the AL Central champions in a best-of-5 AL Division Series. Game 1 is on Saturday. That's all I have for you today. I'm Andrew Shashinsky. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks so much, Andrew. And back at the desk with us is Landon for a last look at the forecast.
Well, to sum it up, we're going to have pretty dry, calm conditions for the rest of the week. As the weekend begins, we'll have temperatures climbing up to the upper 70s with a 30% chance of rain at the tail end of the weekend on Sunday, causing temperatures to cool down up to about the mid-60s as we get into the next work week. So, yeah, summer temperatures are sticking around for a little bit longer, so we get to enjoy that one more time, I think, before things start cooling down for autumn in the next few weeks. Speaking of cooling down, I, for one, think that you, sir, you kind of make me think of Paul McCartney. Has anyone ever told you that if you let your hair grow out and you spoke with a British accent, you could pass for him? What do you think?
I agree, yeah.
He's a very handsome-looking young man, in my personal opinion.
Unfortunately, I do not have a very great British accent at all, and I do not feel comfortable trying my British accent.
Oh, really?
No, I would not be able to do that.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Thanks.
It's still a good day for all.
Thanks, Landon. That's all the time we have for today. For all of us here at WCMO NewsCenter 15, Marietta College Broadcasting, thanks again for joining us. You can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 and 6:30 during most weeks of the semester, or you can search for WCMO Television on YouTube.com. See you next time. We hope you have a nice day.
Meet Candace. This senior basketball player loves to spend time hanging out before class with her best friend and education major, Shelby. Shelby knows the best place to study is at the Kalaki Cafe, where she can compare notes with baseball player Ryan and get a great cup of coffee too. In the off-season, Ryan tries his best when he's shooting hoops with broadcasting major Gage in the Dyson Baudo Recreation Center, home of Fenton Court. Gage, as producer at WCMO 15 News, runs the control room, where he shows the ropes to Mary, a junior volleyball player and advertising and public relations major. Mary loves to spend her free time drawing down at the Herman Fine Arts Center, where her sorority sister Madison majors in studio art. Madison meets up downtown with junior rower Katie. Downtown's where you can get beautiful river views, specialty stores, and the best root beer in Ohio. Katie heads back to campus just in time for a class in the Ricky Science Center with who else but Candace. So take a look around. Here at Marietta College, we're all connected. We are family, and we are all pioneers.
So there you are. It's flu season, and you're over 65 like me. You might be forgetting something serious. Your annual flu shot. The flu can be life-threatening, especially if you have chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which can worsen with the flu. The immune system weakens with age. Ask about a flu vaccine option made specifically for us. Visit ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My home away from home.
My stepping stones for the future.
My Marietta Network.
My performing.
At Marietta College,